nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Come on back.
Color guard salute. Two. Color guard dismissed. You may be seated.
So, color guard, who's our fine representative there from the past? Come on back, boys. Yeah. They have to receive. That's the way we were trained. Come on, color guard.
All right.
Come on back up and give us your name and where you're from. Come on up and give us a, yeah, come on, there you go, you are last.
Say your name before you move right here in. Right over here. There you go. We'll start right here. Wait for your adult guys. That is fantastic.
Okay, now here, lead us off.
I am on second grade. My name is John.
Perfect, pass it down.
I am in second grade, and my name is Joaquin. I am in third grade. My name is Dominic. I am in second grade. My name is Ryan. My name is Nathaniel, and I'm in second grade. My name is Evan, and I'm in third grade.
I'm Katie Iniguez. I'm the committee chair of Act 1294 North Thorpe Elementary.
All those parents that joined us tonight from your den, who's here with you? Give us a stand up and who are you? There they are. Scouting's a family affair, and we love seeing the parental support, and we love seeing the support of the scouts in the schools, and it was wonderful having you guys here with us tonight. Thank you for starting our meeting off in such a fine form. We really appreciate it. So, color guard dismissed. Impressive, you didn't know impressive. At this point, we do have our public comment section. There are some slips up here for non-agenda items. So, as we know, each item has a limit. This is read it many times before. Joe, you want to go first, or Diane?
Use my phone because
Oh, right. Yeah.
Good evening, trustees. My name is Diane Hickey, and I'm a resident of Fullerton. I am submitting into the public record facts on wireless radiation relative to the health of the students and teachers. Links to the assertions made in my comments are also submitted for the record. The first of four items I am presenting is the EMF International Scientists Appeal made in May 2015 to the United Nations and the World Health Organization. Signed by 220 scientists and engineers, all have produced peer-reviewed science papers on EMF, over 2,000 papers in all. They state our exposure to EMF is an emerging public health crisis, damaging DNA and leading to premature death. The second item is the California Medical Association CMA Resolution 107-14. acknowledging, and this is a quote, significant adverse health and biologic effects of the living organisms with exposure to low levels of ionizing microwave currently approved and used in wireless communication. Peer-reviewed research has demonstrated adverse biological effects of wireless EMF, including single and double-stranded DNA breaks, creation of reactive oxygen species, immune dysfunction, cognitive processing effects, stress protein synthesis in the brain, altered brain development, sleep and memory disturbances, ADHD, abnormal behavior, sperm dysfunction, and brain tumors. CMA understands that existing public safety limits, FCC, for microwave EMF devices are outdated and inadequate to protect public health. Next is a letter sent to Secretary of Education Arnie Duncan and incoming Secretary John King. It's entitled, Expert Docs Urge U.S. Secretary of Education. Play it safe with kids, go wired, not Wi-Fi. The scientists outline specific steps the U.S. Department of Ed can take to safeguard children's health in the 21st century, such as choosing safe, corded, non-wireless technology. They also stated early in 2015, France passed a national law banning Wi-Fi for nursery schools and mandating that schools turn off Wi-Fi whenever it is not in use. Lastly, the May 2015 Canadian Medical Association Journal reported that Health Canada's wireless limits are a disaster to public health. In reaching that conclusion, the journal interviewed multiple international experts in radiation and cancer who warned that the microwave levels allowed in Canadian classrooms, residences, and workplaces are a disaster. So why should we care about Canada's wireless limits? The answer is that they are essentially the same as our U.S. FCC guidelines. As trustees, please ask yourself the question, if you think it's right to make mandatory and a condition of attending public school exposure to what scientists worldwide are classifying as an emerging public health crisis. Thank you.
Perfect timing.
And Joe Embriano.
Good evening, Joe Embriano, Fullerton resident, parent, and community activist, I guess you could say. I'm very disturbed at the trend that this district is embarking on. It is, in what I believe, a condition of being drunk on wireless technology. I looked through all of your publications, your parental notifications, your bragging rights on Facebook, and all of your claims to fame of what you're doing to these children. And I can't be anything but horrified with what I see. And you're in a very difficult position because, to be perfectly honest with you, you didn't put yourselves here. I don't think you signed up for this when you ran for office or when you signed your contract to be hired by the district. But what you have done is you have ignored these things for 3 years, maybe going on 3.5 years, and you're relying solely on an agency that is neither a healthcare agency that has not one medical doctor on staff. It's the FCC. The FCC is a captured agency. There is a paper that was put out by the Harvard Journal of Ethics clearly outlining how this agency is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the wireless industry. Meetings of upwards of 500 times a year. You're not going to get objective research out of these people. You're going to get what the agenda needs to be carried forward. I spoke almost at 10 minutes at the last meeting, and I appreciate that, and I don't understand why none of my comments or my name was even mentioned in the Fullerton Observer. That's another issue. There's a lockdown on this issue. That's not the first time this has happened with the Fullerton Observer. And I sit in church with this woman on Sunday. It's kind of ironic. I want you to take a step back and look at what you're doing. We're not going to stop. There are a lot of people who are waking up to this. You have the parents in a captive position where they're forced to enroll their children in your school for various socioeconomic or just personal reasons. These children don't have a choice but to be forcibly exposed to the emission levels that you're being told are safe by an agency that is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the wireless and the telecom industry. We are continuing to proceed down a dangerous road. The liability is accruing as we speak. And I don't know at what point do we wake up and the light goes on. I've never seen in my life where caution is thrown out the window to something that has been labeled potentially carcinogenic by scientific experts. Wireless, for some reason, is a sacred cow. And as we discuss the consent calendar items that I pulled, I'll go into more detail on that. Thank you very much.
Seeing no more public comment slips, we're gonna go on to school reports, which is always one of the favorite parts of our board meetings, and I'd like to bring forth the team from Orange Fork.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Erlinda Sotero Reis, and I am the principal of Orange Fork Elementary School. And I would like to thank the board for giving me the opportunity to speak about our school this evening. I have some parents and staff members that are here to show their support, as well as my awesome assistant principal, Rochelle Wolf. And if they can please all stand right now. Thank you very much. And Ms. Wolf is also the producer of the movie you'll be seeing. Tonight we would like to share with you what a typical day at Orange Thorpe is like. The following video highlights some of the great things going on at our school. We share our learning opportunities with families on social media on a regular basis, which is why we called our presentation Follow the Orange Thorpe Orcas. You will see great teaching, engaged students, innovative use of technology, parental involvement, and how we celebrate success. Thank you for your time and enjoy the video.
In first grade, Mrs. McCormick is working with students on not just solving math computations, but also on explaining their message. In this clip, a student is solving a double-digit addition problem. Then she is asked to explain how she got her answer. This is a great step in practicing crucial critical thinking skills.
In 6th grade, Mr. Sandoval is engaging his class in geometry by teaching students how to use hands-on tools to measure angles. Students were eager to try and measure independently to demonstrate their skill in this area.
In Ms. Lardner's kindergarten class, her scholars are practicing calendar routines. Under her guidance, students are learning to count the days of the week, month, and year, as well as learning the names of the months, all while communicating this with peers in complete sentences.
What today is in a complete sentence, In this clip, students in Ms. Miranda's class took the information they collected using a thinking map to discuss their findings with a neighbor. The students were required to use step and complexity icons to find generalizations of systems in the short film, Beast. After sharing their findings with their partner, students collected the examples from the short film to real-life situations and wrote them down in their Gate graphic organizer.
Ms. Hernandez's class is using the app My Story to work on main idea and details with her kinder class. They first listened to a story about horses and collaborated together to come up with the facts and details about them.
There are some walking readers in Ms. Waters' first grade class. Let's listen.
You'll see things with wings and things with scales, things that bite and things that sting, things that eat and things that swim. I have lots of fun facts.
The 6th graders are working in pairs using Adobe Voice to transcribe their dialogue to practice writing with quotation marks. Students then share their transcripts with their teacher using Google Classroom so she can monitor their progress.
After learning about horses, students in Ms. Hernandez's class are creating their stories using the app My Story. Student engagement is high as they work on navigating through this app to tell their story. Our kinders are working on becoming 21st century learners to prepare them for success in later grades as well as their future.
Students in Ms. Rowe's class are working on a biography project. They first look for a picture of their subject on the internet, upload the picture to ThingLink, and then add the facts they have gathered from books, articles from scholastic news, and online resources. They will later share their reports with their families on Seesaw to receive feedback on their efforts.
In Mrs. Nelson's class, letters come alive using the Animal 40 Plus app. After the students identify the letter and the sound, she used the app to show a 3D image of something that starts with that letter. Her students love the visual representation, which makes them eager to practice to learn their letters.
Kinder students love making movies using Do Ink's Green Screen app. These students took the information they learned about chickens to make a short video with them embedded in a picture of a chicken's nest. The teacher will later connect this to a QR code to share with their families.
In Ms. Sanchez's Lindenwood Bell group, students are working hard to improve their reading skills. This program is the cornerstone of our RTI program. With hard work comes great rewards, and these kids love getting their coloring shows when they are working hard and being successful.
I love those drills. Rebecca, I think you have some, don't you?
At our monthly assemblies, we celebrate success by recognizing students that follow the Orca way by owning their actions, respecting others, being courteous, and aiming for success. Additionally, students are given awards for demonstrating our monthly character traits as well as Teacher Choice Awards for academics.
One of the best ways to celebrate success is by order games. When students turn in their blue order tickets into the office, our staff dances their dances. The rule is, if you are in the office, you must dance. Kids especially.
One of the ways our parents are involved in our school is through our multi-age program. Every family is committed to volunteer a minimum of 3 hours a week in the classroom to work with students in a variety of ways. Whether they are helping with math, reading a story, or facilitating an art lesson, our parents are an important part of our school community.
Some of the other great things that were not mentioned in the video that occur at Orangethorpe so that our students aim for success are the chess club, the soccer club, and the robotics club. We still continue with our tradition of having our academics Olympics as well. And just recently, we were recommended for the Gold Ribbon Award. So, if you haven't visited our school lately, a lot has changed. Come stop by and see how we aim for success or follow us on Twitter at OTOrcas.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. We love seeing the video and having the students participate like they did. I want to see who's here from Team Orca. So if you're a student Team Orca member, stand up. Teachers up there with you. If you're a teacher in Team Orca, stand up. Let's see you stand up and dance for us. And then how many parents are here with us? Because we always appreciate that participation. Excellent job. What a great path you are on to success. And we really applaud you for the efforts and appreciate all that you're doing. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us this evening. Good job. Okay, next item on our agenda is our superintendent's report, so I'm going to turn that over.
Sure. So just a couple things. We have at our next meeting, one of us will go to represent the district, but we have 10 schools being honored by the state of California for Golden Ribbon. It's the same night as our board meeting date. However, they are going to do an Orange County celebration, and so we'll make sure that all of you get invited to that one as well. So it was 10 of them, like I said, 10 of the 17 elementary. I don't know if can we publicly say it? They have, I think it's embargoed.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, so.
I emailed you, but we'll make the public announcement. We'll make the public announcement at the next meeting.
The next meeting. Yeah. And then just also a big thanks, they will take a group with lots of teachers and lots of parents help to the LA Times Book Fair on Saturday. Oh my gosh, a great time. The authors are so great about talking with the kids and you know, and of course they can sign lots of autographs and encourage the kid to write. They'll talk about their story and they're passionate about it. And they met not a lot, but they met several young authors that are in their teens, and the kids talk to them. If you haven't been, even though I had a contractor over to my house and I told him, and he was like, kind of sounds boring. Even though it sounds boring, it's not. It's actually very exciting. You know, it's like a big festival, kind of, there is music and there's dancing and they have staged events and so Buzz Aldrin was there and so some pretty cool stuff. So if you want to volunteer next year and come to the LA Times Book Fair, come on down. So yeah, so hey, so those are the two happenings.
Okay, exciting.
An agenda item, but yeah, it's on your report.
Yeah.
Waiting for the agenda.
Oh yes, thank you.
Glasses.
Thank you. So it's on the consent, but if you want to pull it, I just wanted to make sure that I announced it. We are looking to add to Ladera Vista's name, Ladera Vista School of the Arts. We have recently received a national designation in the area of the arts. The arts programs have expanded, at least tripled in terms of electives. They have both beginning art classes and advanced art classes. And just as a side note, it's one of our, right now, Ladera Vista has the highest interest in enrollment into that school in our entire district. So the arts have really, so just a little shout out. And also, you know, in addition to the whole Ladera Vista team and all of their very committed teachers, also a shout out to Laura Lynn, who's also been working with the staff as well. And we also have, I think there's something coming up, all the arts event coming up here.
Saturday?
If you haven't heard about it, it's a very special one on Saturday. Thank you.
Okay. Now, moving on to information from the Board of Trustees, although going to the end.
No report.
Next, trustee Meyer. Oh, there's been a lot going on since the last board meeting, so I'm not gonna go into every little detail, but we had Read Across America in many of the schools. The Richmond STEAM opening was an exciting event where everybody came forward to see what's going on there. The press was there, city officials. It was really a nice opening. The Q conference I attended, and my goal in attending the Q conference was to visit every presenter from our district. And it's pretty amazing the people that we have there. And when I had my tag on that said, Chris Thompson from Fullerton, there was a little registration mix-up, but I was Chris Thompson.
Oh my gosh!
Pretty funny, sorry.
That must have been fantastic.
Well, people would come up and say, "You're from Fullerton? Wow, that's pretty awesome." So that was really exciting. I had a chance to tour several schools. Thank you to the principals who hosted me at your schools. A lot of good things going on. And lots of plays going on too. No one needs to go up to LA. We've got it all here. And we had a visit to Cupertino with the district, lots of the administrators. That was really, really interesting. And I think the biggest thing I took out of there, besides learning about all the new things that are going on with technology, was what a powerful group of administrators with passion, knowledge, and excitement for what's happening. That was very impressive to me as a board member. And I just wanted to take a moment to remember Anita Smiley. She passed away last month. She was a district employee teacher for many, many years and a past president of FIA. Trustee Barrett?
I wanted to thank the district for allowing me to go along with them to celebrate our student Gazella Holsizer from Parks Junior High, and she was our Every Student Succeeds person for the year. Just to see all of the children in Orange County and how each one of them has overcome obstacles and how they're still going strong and they have positive attitudes was very touching to me. So I just want to give a shout out to our district for continuing to do that and to identify students in each one of our schools and to recognize those that are overcoming hurdles and that can move on positively. So that was interesting. I had a couple things just to share with my fellow board members. It's the LCAP season, and PTA came up with, it's called Seasons of LCAP. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this or not, but I just thought it was very helpful for board members to be able to see just kind of we all talk about our LCAP, we know it's coming up, but it kind of just gives us an outline of the seasons of LCAP, what happens in each one of the year months. And I got an extra for Emmy. And I can get you extras if you want to share those with your LCAP committee. I think PTA has been doing really great things in educating parents on LCAP and LCFF. So some great pieces of information. I also wanted to share with principals that are here maybe and with obviously our staff. I was able to go to the Bowers Museum and get a back room. We had a meeting there and they shared all their children's programs with us, along with everything that's going on there. What a wonderful gem. I mean, the Bowers Museum, I know it's there, and I'm not from Orange County, so I never went on those field trips. And I really have never been anywhere I've always been to like the little conference area and never stepped into the actual museum. Oh my gosh, it's right here. They offer kids camp during the summer. They offer free field trips. They offer grants for busing